Alright guys, welcome to Colorful Catum. We are going to go ahead and start filming. So today I have my thing for today is this. So of course nobody knows what I'm talking about, but we're going to talk about this. So somebody I know on Instagram, I will link to their account in the description. Okay, that works too. Anyway, so me and her were talking last night, and she did not know how to do a rose or draw a rose, and here's a simple version of my rose drawings because I'm a big fan of roses. It's obvious, it's in my art a lot. So here's what the rose looks like, right? I did this last night. I fixed it up this morning so it can look nice. Of course, it doesn't have a stem, but we'll get to it. Anyway, so here I'm going to teach you guys how to draw a rose. So, alright, first, what you need to do is you need a brush stabilizer. Now, this isn't really actually this is predicted stroke, which is stabilizing enough. And you need, then you need oh my god, where is it? Okay, then you need a liner, or a drawing tool. So, we are going to do, there you go, here we go, resize, everything looks nice, right? Anyway, so this is how we're going to do this. We are going to, first off, draw lines to make the rose. So here's a starting. There's a start. Now we're going to zoom in and work with the rose petals now. So you're just going to make different shaped petals in any form or way you want. Now, it might not look like a rose at first, but practice makes perfect, right? And I mean, mine might not even look like a rose. It might look like a different flower, but you know it'll look like one anyway. I'll say it's a rose and I'll get away with it. And just gonna let you guys know that every petal counts. And every petal is uneven and different. And trust me, I've done this already once or twice, and it makes me really upset that I gotta do this again. Alright, now I'm gonna zoom out. That's what it looks like, right? Now we're going to keep going. We're going to make bigger petals as we go. Oh look, that's a weird shaped petal and my computer's in the way. Okay, let's try this again. Aha! Okay, so we're just going to make different sized petals until we get a good shaped, decent rose. So here is another petal and another. Will like to let you know that you do not want petals like that. So I'm gonna just go back. There. Then we're gonna make one right there. And there. We got a rose. Now, so you have your line work, but your line work isn't good enough, okay? So now we're gonna make a new layer. And we're gonna put that layer under this layer. So you have layer 1 over top of layer 2. If I were you, I would rename them, but I'm lazy, so I don't need to rename them. Anyway, we're going to pick our colors now, and I want to do a blue rose because I'm obsessed with blue. So you're going to pick a lighter color before you actually think about doing a darker color. I'm going to go with this one, and we're going to use this. We're going to use a broad tip or anything that's big to the point it'll give you a good first base layer. I'm going to use this Copic extra broad nib. Now, it's not going to be like this in your art program, depending on which one you use. And I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to use my mouse to do this. I'm going to use my touch screen, because I have a touch screen. I just don't like using it. Anyway, so we're going to slowly just... I got to make sure I'm still filming. Okay. Anyway, about to use... Okay. So I'm going to stop here for a second. Okay, now we're going to go back to this rose thing. Alright, so here's the rose, right? So this is the base coat. Base coats, they work. They work well. So this is the base coat. Now we are going to add a darker shade. So either you can go here on the darker side. You can do this, use this thing right here. Or you can actually just pick a color. Now, it's better to keep it in the same group. So I'm going to randomly put strokes at different places of the... Oh, no, this is too big. You need to make your broad tip a bit smaller. So you're going to go here and change the size. Now it's gonna be different in your program, like I already said, but still, I'm just here to tell you guys the truth. So I'm using my mouse. You could probably hear it. Okay, so there. Let's go back and look at this reference right here. Now, when I zoom in, you'll see that right here, there's some pink. There's a slight pink right here, pink-red. And then you'll see there's a slight orange, and then you'll see there's red. And we zoom out, and it looks way more noticeable that there is orange, and there's pink, and then there's red. That is what we're doing here, except for we need to blend this first. So how we're going to blend this is by getting a smudge brush. Now, people don't like using smudge brushes, understandable, but if you know what you're doing, use with caution. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. Anyway, I'm going to zoom in. So I tend to just go ahead and do it. So this is going to get you the weird gradient effect I had going on in the last photo. Also, this kind of makes me looks like my art style when I paint, because that's the whole point of using a digital thing, because you normally do it with paint. Anyway, so here you go. Sorry guys, I'm not saying anything, I'm just doing what I gotta do. Which is literally just, oh no, I might have messed something up. Go Control Z. Okay, so here you go. It's starting to look more like it looks kind of trashy. It doesn't match up with this line work, but you know what? That's where the next color comes in. So it doesn't look like it's actually, you know, good. It looks kind of trashy. But let's just turn off the coat layer, and that looks like a rose. I say sarcasm. Doesn't look like a rose. So let's just move on to the purple. We're gonna do a more bluer shade of purple, right there. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your broad tip again, and you're gonna make it smaller again, and because you want it to, you know, do well. So you're gonna go ahead and add some purple, or any color you want, depending on the color choice you pick. If you did red, you do orange. If you did, or pink, depending on which way you want to do it. It depends on what kind of color rose you do. Also, it kind of depends on the person who does it. So, like me, I'm doing it because, you know, I like the colors. I like purple and I like blue. So, here you go. And do you guys know what the next step is? Because that's simple. It's really simple. So, crap. You go back down to your... I gotta be careful, guys. So now you're gonna blend it through again. Oh no, I should probably do it with my... So we just blend it through. Now for traditional artists, I feel bad for them because they might look at this tutorial and be like, what? The traditional artist, you guys, let me just tell you something. Coloring will be easy for you guys. The drawing part was what I was trying to show you guys in the beginning. You don't need to worry about a brush stabilizer like you do when you do digital. I'm just doing digital because I finally am going to be doing digital art. And what so probably you guys are wondering what kind of computer I'm using. Well, I am using an Asus, and that's all I gotta say. I'm using Asus. It's a model that is pretty okay. I mean, it's handling me somehow. It's handling what I'm doing. Kinda. It depends on the frame rate when we see it later. It might lag a bit, and I'm gonna be really upset if it does that. So, Asus computer, yeah, that's a thing. They're a good brand. I would totally use them. My computer is running Windows 10, the Fall Creator Update, it has 8 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. It is It has a Intel Core i5 4th generation, I believe, maybe 7th. No, not 7th. Definitely not 7th. Has an HDMI port and three USB ports. It also has a 1080 screen resolution, and it comes with 1 terabyte of a hard drive. So yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, so there's the rose part, guys. You like it? Done? All right, let's do this now. The next part will be kind of fun. So now we're going to erase the stuff on the outside. Now to the traditional people who are following this, do not color outside the lines. Color pencils do not erase sometimes. Depends on the brand you get. Alright guys, so instead of us actually going through and using an eraser to erase every bloody little line, we're going to use the lasso tool, because I just figured out how to delete shit. Anyway, so here we go. We just go around messing around with the oh fuck. Okay, so ignore that. So there. Now invert. Delete. Haha! Okay, there. So we now deselect it, and there, we have everything almost done. Now what we do is we go through with an eraser. I don't know if we're still recording. We're still recording. We go through with an eraser like this, and we just erase the lines. I give up on trying to erase. Oh gods, can I give up on trying to erase every little thing. I'm just going to let it be. Because YOLO. Anyway, so don't color outside the lines if you're doing traditional. Yeah. So I'm gonna zoom in, zoom out. Okay. I'm just trying to clean up some of these lines. Alright. There. Rose. Done. Hold on. Okay. So now we are going to merge these two, because I'm lazy, and we're going to make a new layer. Then we're going to put that layer under this layer again. So now we're going to pick a color background. I'm going to pick green. I'm going to do light green. And I'm going to get my Copic brush again. And I'm going to make this big. See how big that is? Okay, good. Now we are going to do this. There. Done. And then we're going, instead of just using just green, we will use a light blue. And now these two colors are going to blend together when I get to it. Okay, there, blend. Alright, time to blend. Give it a bigger blender, please. There. There. Done. What a beautiful rose. Okay. Now you can sign your rose in any way you want, and I'm going to sign with this because it looks cool. I'm just going to add stuff around it. No. That's stupid. I'm going to make this really tiny, and then I'm going to zoom in. Okay. Cut 'em. Okay, I can't see that. Nice. Same. So this is how you do your rose, guys. Are we doing a stem? No. There. Done. Done product. Remember to draw in the center of the canvas? Okay, we're good. Bye, guys. And good luck with your drawings. Very similar. Look how pretty they are side by side.